Go ahead.
Welcome back to everyone needs to
Listen. You know my light be going out, and then it's like charged. It's almost fully charged, or pretty much. But you know, it be done. I gotta buy another one of these things that just clip on because it's just so easy to use. Like
no. Hey, look. Look, we are back. This is gonna be a nice packed episode. We're gonna get to a lot of different things. First, I do want to talk about this Terrance thing for a second. That's for those people out there, and this is gonna be just a minute. Hey man, we tried to do Terrance before in like two different times in history. Both of them sent us into like financial ruin. One was 1929 during the Great Depression. We tried to do Terrance, it didn't work. We tried to do it before, I believe in like 1884-ish, somewhere around there. It didn't work again. I don't know how y'all people that are not, all the economists are saying this is dumb as shit. But all these people, like, they got the idea of like, you gotta just wait and go through it. I'm just trying to figure out how all the smart people that are economists that have degrees, but you that live in Poughkeepsie, New York, that works at the Popeyes, you know about Terrance though, and you know that it's just you just gotta wait and go through it. I'm just trying to figure out that for the people.
But does the Popeyes have Cajun sparkle?
Look. I was thinking about if we could come up with an app that monitors all the Cajun spices across the U.S. and charts it. Like these ain't got Cajun sparkle.
Apparently, Atlanta don't have it. So listen, I'm just saying. And I mean, I know we're talking about the Terrace, but I mean, you said Popeyes. So
we ain't getting no more Cajun sparkle. Look, these Terrace gonna have you. No, but
listen, we can't get the spices from India. Right? We're gonna have to make our own. That's fine. You know, I want to start a little garden on my balcony anyway. So whatever I gotta do to make it happen, that's what we're gonna do, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, man. And then I'm just saying that y'all are saying like y'all, and it's the thing, y'all think a lot of these corporations are gonna bring their price down. What? And because I've seen so many people saying like, yeah, it's gonna make the corporations hurt. They're gonna not.
No, they're gonna kick all of their
prices. What and what?
We're kicking it back to you, and you gonna buy it because you gonna find the need for it. At this point, like I said, I'm about to go to Forever 21 and buy my summer wardrobe because they closing their brick and mortar stores, and if that's it, like anything that's has come after, you know, it might be stuck in the ocean for a while or whatever. But I'm not interested if it's not already in store. What we doing? It just. This is dumb. I don't see this lasting through the summer. Just like we're gonna have an issue with oil. We're gonna have an issue with like a lot of different things because of this.
And I'm saying before you jump in these comments, are you an economist? Do you have a degree in economics, microeconomics, macroeconomics, finance? I need
no. Let's make that even more clear, because you got to be really crystal clear, because like with your prayers, you can't say I want a rich husband, right? So we got to say, and when you took those classes, did you get a B or higher? We don't want no C.
Okay.
You know. Okay. And for real, honestly, at this point, I'm only really rocking with you if you had an A. And those classes are really, really hard. And I know, you better have passed it the first go round, not the second or the third. Okay. I'm just saying. So like we got to be very clear in that statement.
All right. So y'all, this is going to be a very, very fun episode. We're going right to it, y'all. All right. Surviving Diddy. Cassie is slated to testify now for the federal trial against Diddy for the sex trafficking charges. Before, she was considered witness number one, and she didn't have to necessarily say her name. She was going to be able to come into court and testify, and everyone there wouldn't be able to release who she was. She's putting her name on it now.
She said, "Fuck all of that,"
and she's gonna be pregnant up on that stand.
Part of me wonders, What has transpired since this man has now been behind bars since the holiday season, where you like, you know what? Fuck it. I got you. And I'm going to say my name. Say my name.
So everyone else is going to testify. She's victim one. She's the only one that's going to actually put her name on it and go up to the stand. If so, is it right now? Maybe this might get the other victims, other people that are testifying to reveal themselves, because right now there are 4 to 5 victims. All the other ones are just victim 2, 3, 4, and 5.
It's honestly at this point, there's no reason for them to even do that. You know, like for them to say their name. We knew that Cassie would likely be called. So, and then maybe it got, you know, it was gonna leak. So she, you know, fine, we're here anyway. But I'm interested to see if maybe something kind of transpired after this. Maybe it's a level of a harassment that she's receiving that kind of swayed her to move through that space. Because
it's this is look, he already this is so, like I would love to let me see, are there gambling odds to see if Diddy's gonna go to jail? Because it's like every other week I go up and down on it. Like I'd be like, okay, maybe he won't, maybe he will. Then he'd be like, dang, his lawyer did leave him. Dang, Cassie is testifying. But then on the side, you'd be like, dang, them other charges got thrown out. Dang, it's gonna be kind of hard because the encompassing of sex trafficking is so big. Like, I don't know. So it's going to
I wonder if it's a situation, because we talk about this all the time. It is a situation where, you know, I don't necessarily think that they're probably going to give him that full amount of time to serve.
Right. He ain't finna do 2025 and nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that. And I've spoken about that here before. Where, you know, his suit is so tricky. At least because the aspect of the sex trafficking part, there's going to be a level of consent that does reside there amongst the people that sign those NDAs.
Good point.
So I don't know if that will be, you know, okay, yeah, you signed this, but were you aware? I don't know how, if they are going to be able to leverage some of the participants into, you know, because those participants were paid. They performed a service, you know, so I don't know how that will go. I think they're more so, he's going to run into a problem with the underage thing. And the question is, because regardless of somebody saying, hey, I am 21, if they were 16 at the time, that is a problem. But it's a question of, are those people going to come forward? Because I don't think we've seen anything yet where the willing, like, participants have come out and said, well, I was, you know, underage at the time. We haven't had that. That hasn't happened. But so I always said that's going to be the great, like the crazy gray area is if they'll be able to hold that against him. Is somebody going to say, yeah, I signed this NDA. I knew we was going to be, you know, having sex and doing all types of fun, crazy things, but I did not consent to me being drugged. Like, no, that hasn't happened. I think they're going to be able to likely get him on that racketeering stuff. But then shit.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the game never leaves G-Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
Young Thug didn't go to jail. Well,
no, that's different though. He finna
violate
himself. He finna violate himself. Like,
yeah, I'm like,
and they actually put him in jail for real. Like, what, like 20-year probation? That's basically putting you in jail.
So
you can't do nothing wrong.
You get. It ain't that hard to
everybody. His name is Young Thug. I know that his what his attorney tried to say it was the Young Thug, the Thug meant something under God. Like
listen. He so you never know. Like, I wonder if this case will be kind of something where it's like so obstructed where I don't see that for this is the feds. I don't see that happening. And I mean, not that the feds didn't get Thug, but it's like state level, and then it's like
it's a little bit different though. And we already saw how Fannie Jam messed up that whole process.
Yeah,
you know, and how she was running her DA office. So it's this. I think there are going to be some sort of recourse for that, but I think I said this entire time my two things that I thought that they would get him on, which, like I said, if somebody came forward and they were able to prove that somebody was legally underage, he will get in trouble for that. And then just the racketeering stuff. I'm like, nigga, you out here blowing them niggas' cars like this is motherfucking Godfather. This is crazy as shit. I mean, this is basically what he was doing. He was out here living that life. Like when we talked about on 4 other episodes of Surviving Diddy, you could, you know, we've extensively covered him for those different things, so y'all could reverse back with that. All right, next up, let's jump into this story about this track event with the down in Frisco, Texas. Shout out to the noisy bystander who is going to do a little bit of breakdown for us, and we can discuss it in a second. Let's go.
Yes.
Absolutely has to be the week of getting into people's faces and finding out what they gonna do. Because why is this child gone? Because he was getting up in this child's face. I know you guys have been familiar with the story. This is Carmelo Anthony. He's being held on $1 million bond for the unaliving of Austin Metcalf. And now when the story had initially broke, obviously a lot of people are on the side of Metcalf because they didn't really know the full story. That was until the local news had published Anthony's statements that were submitted in the police report. Now, according to the arrest affidavit, it stated that Anthony had confessed to the incident, claiming that he was protecting himself. The article goes on to say that one witness reported and told police that Metcalf had told Anthony that he would need to move out from underneath the tent, according to this affidavit. Just for reference, it was a rainy day, and Anthony, who was underneath the tent, was asked by Metcalf to get from underneath the tent while it was raining. Now, the witness went on to tell police that Anthony stated, "Touch me and see what happens." And then that's when Austin Metcalf reportedly...
All right, hold on. It's another part, y'all. Hold on.
Which point, the affidavit continues that Anthony reportedly pulled out, to the witnesses recalled, was a knife and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest before running away. Now, after the incident, Anthony was arrested, and his lawyers are claiming self-defense, which it sounds like, especially according to those witnesses, and they're asking the judge to lower his $1 million bond. Anthony is being held in the Collin County Jail on a 7-digit bond, which is about $1 million, and he's being charged with first-degree unaliving. Now, after briefly meeting with his client, Carmelo Anthony, his attorney stated that, "I know that my client said it was self-defense, and I don't have any reason to disbelieve that, but I need to develop facts, talk to people, and figure out what's going on before I make a statement about what I think happened." I don't have any reason to think it wasn't self-defense at this time. Anthony's family has shared a support fund on GiveSendGo.com, and they've raised about $84,000 to their $100,000 goal. And I'm not here to question why Austin Metcalf.
All right, that's it. That's all she had on her thing.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this, Dom?
This is crazy. I really have no words. I really have no words. And the weird thing about all of this is we keep coming into the age-old statement of leave people alone. Leave people alone. Because you are bigger than somebody, regardless of race. I'm not even going to insert race into this. Y'all got to leave people alone. Keep your hands to yourselves, because y'all don't know. We spoke about that here before. You don't know what somebody is dealing with and what they're battling with outside of whatever is happening right in front of them. And people snap all the fucking time. Keep your hands to yourself. Male, female, non-binary, however you identify. Keep your hands to yourself. Because this should not have escalated like this. And we also have to teach our kids to not be so reactive. The father has spoken out, kind of not necessarily in defense, of Carmelo, but it's like, in defense indirectly. And I don't have the direct quote right here in front of me.
You mean this basically is not castle law, it's stand your ground. It'll be a stand your ground situation.
And Texas is a stand your ground state. So this will be interesting to see how this plays out, because part of me feels like, okay, you are in this position where this person is saying something crazy to you and you got a knife on you. So that's how they're trying to get him caught up on that first degree. But I always just please leave people alone. Like I just literally saw a TikTok where these two girls, high schoolers, got into a fight, and the girl who got hit, who was attacked, her family sued the girl for $10,000. And when they showed the video, the girl that hit her, they had been beefing. And then the girl, like they had some sort of mediation or whatever, and it was squashed. But then somebody came whispering to the other girl. You know how that go. She went over to the other girl. All that weird catty high school back and forth. Mm-hmm. She run up and sneak and hit the girl from behind. So now y'all tussling in the literal sense. Y'all know I love tussling. Not in the literal sense. But and then the girl who hit her, the guardian is her uncle. She came and took care of her uncle. Uncle popping off sassy at the mouth. They put him out, and then he was like, well, she gonna have to come with me because she can't be in here. And Judge Judy said, that's cool. We ruling in favor of the plaintiff. You got to award them $10,000. Teach y'all kids to keep y'all hands to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't know. I'm gonna need a little bit more information for this. I mean, I just wonder what scared the young brother to have to pull out a knife and to stab the young gentleman. I think it's gonna be. I know people are saying like, yeah, he should have self-defense. It's gonna be hard for him to win in self-defense to me, because everybody in that tent, I'm assuming, are all people that would be supporting the young brother
that passed away.
That passed away. They're going. So who's going to be able to say that what that is? Like he would need. Like there's so many different things I wouldn't like information I would need to know. Like Do they have prior experience with each other where he would know that this
and
person?
That's what I was going to say. This kind of sounds like that a little bit, you know?
They went to different schools.
Oh shit! Well then,
yeah, they didn't go to the same school.
But this doesn't. You said Frisco, Texas.
Yeah.
How big is Frisco? Is it like a little big town?
No, I mean Frisco is it's a suburb of Dallas.
Okay.
It's a suburb of Dallas.
Damn. I don't know. That's just tough. And this kid appears, you know, to be like, you know, like, well, this well-rounded kid, not really getting into trouble or anything like that. Because you know they like to like find our worst pictures on the internet.
They got with an air gun. Yeah, they got, you know.
Yeah, and there's nothing like that, you know, exists. So he seems to come from a solid background, and whether he did or not, it still doesn't matter. But
okay, so Frisco's pretty goddamn big. They have 12 high schools in their district.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, so it's pretty damn big.
But y'all gotta leave. But why do you want somebody to get out of from under a tent and it's raining?
But that's high school bullshit, though. Like, I mean, that's just being high school bullshit. It's more of like, why did he fear for himself? Right. Why did he need to have a knife?
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, how did you get a knife into school like this track event?
I mean, that's easy. I mean, you know.
But I'm like, is it
little pocket knife easy to get in? That ain't nothing to shout about or nothing. Now, I mean, I don't know what he used it for, you know, because it attracted me to you there all day. Maybe he was using it to cut an orange or something. I'm not trying to cut bail for him or nothing. I'm just saying we just need all the information on it. But from the information being presented as of right now, it's gonna be hard for a defense attorney to claim full self-defense. Even though we have all the fucked up situations with Mike Brown, we know about in St. Louis, Trayvon Martin, you know, what was the one, the cop that killed the brother, but she got locked up though. The brother Botham in Dallas, where she went to the wrong door and shot him, went into the wrong apartment and shot him while he was sitting there eating ice cream.
Yeah.
In Dallas. So it says so.
No, oh, okay. They said that was false. Okay, never mind.
So this is the thing, though. But this is the danger with the idea of the stand your ground situation. Like,
yeah.
So when are we going to apply this stand your ground? No, because any other time, one of them say, "Oh, I was in fear. It's all good." But with this young brother saying he was in fear, how are you going? So I'm so conflicted with it, man. I'm so conflicted with it because. But at the same time, like I said, I can't see a jury. I mean, him being able to get off of this. But at the same time, he should have a potential to, because everybody else be saying it's all good. Even though you got the Ben Shapiro's of the world and all these cats talking about, you know, white life don't matter because if it was the opposite way, people would be up in arms. You know, yada yada yada. You know, they got to run their talking points. But I don't know what to think about this one, Dom. Like, this one's.
It's sad. Really, really tough,
and it's sad because that family lost their son. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Both families losing this.
Yeah, and it's the one twin. Like I said, his twin brother. He died in his twin brother's arms.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair that he held on $1 million bond though. But we know what that is. They do that to us all the time.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just
and people like I said, it's gonna come down to the people that was under that tent. And maybe clearly y'all don't know each other. From a grain of salt, you Y'all clearly your rivals. I'm gonna say now in this case, rival schools, maybe. Because that's all I can think of, out, you telling somebody to get from up under something and it's raining and he's just trying to seek shelter.
Podcast, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
for sure,
health.
femininity, parenthood, dating,
definitely
as
dating,
single parents. And it's from a lens of two psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
but also two people who grew up with both parents, married parents, and then you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, her siblings and my siblings. So so it's from that perspective.
Yeah, looking at life through that lens. Yeah. So you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us. From us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
And not get wet. And then you don't go, you don't go here, get from up under our shit or whatever. And then it just escalates from there. But the people have to be honest about that interaction.
Yeah, but the thing is, but the thing is, unless he's got video or something, Dom, it's not gonna be an easy thing for them to be able to say yo, yeah, it was a self-defense, because all them people gonna be defending him.
Yeah, but if the video show just like the one in court,
I'm saying, but if I'm saying, does he have video? Is my question. What I'm saying.
I feel like low key, if they did, that would have already been uploaded to social media.
That's true.
No shade.
Somebody would have been like, I was right there. Trust me.
It said Metcalf grabbed Anthony to move him, according to a witness, and Anthony allegedly pulled out what the witness described as a black knife, stabbed Austin once in the chest, and then ran away. So, yeah. It's just weird. That is really weird. Y'all gotta pray for the children, man.
That's for sure. Play for those kids.
Pray for the children, because Whitney Houston said these children are our future. No, they are not. This is crazy. Child, damn.
Yeah.
This is why I think a lot of people need to take this. I know this is gonna sound crazy. Speech and debate, speech and debate classes, especially when you go to perform, like this debate. It kind of teaches you to think quickly on your feet.
Right.
When you having issues, you going back and forth, with somebody, and you can't be reactive like that. You got to use, your words and all of that, and be sharp. So I don't know. I always just tell people, I'm like, when you need to, I used to tell my sister all the time, I was like, you need to take speech and debate. You too hype.
You too hype.
Not everything don't need to be yoga or everything like that. You got to learn to manipulate your mind and recalibrate it.
That's true. Yeah, because it's a lot of questions that need to be answered in that.
Yeah, it's really sad.
All right, next up, let me pull it up here. Hold on. All right. Let's just talk about this this Ciara situation, man. What's going on with Ciara here? I mean, Ciara is looking good, feeling good, obviously.
I know. I'm like, she look good, she feel good.
The ruffians are already out, saying what they got to say about it.
I feel like Ciara, for the most part, always comes under fire. You know what I mean? It's just people always kind of trolling and got something to say about Ciara, and Ciara don't bother nobody. And I think it's a lot of incel behavior that happens surrounding Ciara, as if she's always, because of what happened between her and Future, and it, like, their breakup being so public. It's like people like she does not deserve happiness. And that is just wild to me. And men are like, my wife can't. Yeah, no, your wife can't. Let's get
literally
really, like, okay, really clear on that. Yeah, she can't, so she won't. So I don't understand why men hate women that are always have a problem with women that are so confident and comfortable in their skin and in who they are as a person. It is the weirdest thing. And I will just never understand that, because what we got to talk about? We don't have nothing to talk about. And Ciara is never going to look your way. It's unfortunate that she even looked Future's way. Like, listen, I feel like that was desperate times called for desperate measure.
And Future was a hot dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was hot, the it guy at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's I can't. I just don't understand what people are doing on the internet or posting on the internet. Like, why does it bother people so much? Like, why do you have an opinion about something that you would never, ever experience? And I'm not saying that you can't have a bad chick, but it also is the reality of what we consistently always talking about: knowing your role, staying in your lane. And a lot of y'all don't know how to stay in y'all lane, and y'all be under people's comments doing too much, and you would never say that shit in real life. Because trust me, if you would happen to breathe the same air as Ciara, y'all are in the same space, you are not going to act like that. You're not going to say that stuff. So what are we doing? What are we doing?
And she ain't thinking nothing about y'all. Even if she wasn't with Russell.
Listen, she's not thinking about y'all. Now, I said her ass is probably going to pop up with another kid.
Yeah, I can see Russell Wilson doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, get off of her. Leave that girl alone. Give her womb time to heal.
He like, I'm gonna try to keep her out the streets as much as possible. Keep her pregnant.
Yeah, I'm like, and that's the cool thing about their relationship is he's like her number one fan. He hypes her up so much, which is what we need in a partnership, and she's the same way. I don't understand, like, what we talking about. It's really weird behavior. Girl, you look good.
Like, she looks good. Like, hey, let her do what she got to do.
Let her do what she got to do. It's that simple.
All right. As we gonna keep it moving. Oh, it's back though, y'all. Y'all thought it was over. Hold on. Y'all thought it was over. Diddy Watch is back. We had another segment. Diddy Watch, a double feature. This is
y'all thought we wasn't gonna talk about the hot topic that just dropped.
Look, the other one just fell on our lap. This was gonna be the main one from the get-go of the show when this came out. Right here.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
All right, Dom. What do you have on Sir Terrence Howard?
No words. No words. But I can see how you call Terrence Howard. He's a nice looking young fellow. You know, he's very talented, very creative, does make music. He plays the guitar.
Does mathematics, allegedly. One
so,
times
yes.
one is two. Whatever.
And it's like one. I think that's he doesn't realize is that one time is two. No, fuck. You fucking me up.
You just did his math.
I just did his math. But one time is one.
Mm-hmm.
One time.
He doesn't get that though. So, but go ahead.
And they're gonna try to troll me in the comments about that, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's been a long day. I've been up since 5:40 a.m. Okay. But I don't know. Like, it's just really freaking weird, right? I believe him. I believe him.
Look,
like that's the thing. It's like one thing we know to be true about Terrence Howard. Terrence, at least to my knowledge that I can remember, has never said nothing where it wasn't true.
Terrence don't be lying though.
He don't be lying. He will tell you, I am not this upstanding human. I am flawed. I have made mistakes. And he will tell you that shit. And
what was the consequence of that?
I mean, look what he got on.
I know.
I'm just saying, this is a man that is honest. Look what he got on. Looking like the in between like a homeless Paddington Bear. Yeah, this happened with Diddy.
I cannot. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't. Like I said, we believe victims over here until it is.
And you know what? He couldn't run up on Terrence. Terrence is not a small dude either now. I believe Terrence may be about a good 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, man.
Come on now, man. Terrence is 6 foot, 6'1.5".
Yeah.
And Diddy loves to try to have his endearing power over people that are smaller than him. Or he think he has power over.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes people like, well, they never gonna say nothing, and it's just gonna be that because it's like you said, now I got, don't call me, I'm not responding, I'm not gonna be in the same space with you because I know what you want. Like our famed rap group, The Banger, says, "Run up, get done up." Mm-hmm. What we doing? And it's just crazy. If we're being honest, he's the first celebrity that has spoke up and said something outside of Cassie,
mm-hmm.
and then Kid Cudi co-signing about his car being blown up. Yep.
So you're saying this is the third most believable person in this scenario?
I mean, this is like, since all of this erupted, this is the first time that we've had a celebrity say, this is what happened. This was my interaction, which goes back to a lot of these lawsuits that, also entail like intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look, like you going somewhere, you're looking at me and you're not saying nothing. And then you're like, oh, well, then I need help with this, or let me hear this. And then it's like, all right, cool, because I got that. You maybe it was just a random, because sometimes some shit be weird the first time you meet and hang out with people, whether it be business wise, you date somebody, and so I'm just saying, like, let's talk about it outside of certain jokes, like which some comedians and really comedy really haven't been touching that either.
Have they? I don't know.
Not to the full extent. I've seen maybe Sidney Castillo crack a joke, but it ain't like where it was endless kind of material where it was like in every pocket.
I'm hearing people talk about the lotion, not the lotion. What was it, the Vaseline?
It's more so the baby oil type stuff. But as far as other things surrounding it, people are not cracking jokes and touching it because it's tricky. Because like there's sexual assault involved.
The baby oil is funny though. That I can see why the baby oil becomes a thing, because that the idea of the baby oil is funny.
So yeah, I don't know. Like it's like I said, it's weird.
What's so funny is Diddy's the type of dude that'd be like that when he gets there. Hey man, look, we need to get this out that the baby oil thing ain't real. Like he would try to defend the baby oil first. Like I don't be having that much baby oil.
Well, according to the feds, yes, you do.
Dude, yep.
You had a Costco pallet, like you had went to Costco and got a pallet of baby oil. What are you talking about, bro?
A Costco pallet of baby oil.
You did, and then you laced it with ketamine, which I would like to try ketamine therapy. I've heard so many interesting, great things about it.
It's some weird shit.
You say what?
It's some weird shit. Supposedly, I've heard.
I'm interested in the weird shit.
No, I get it.
I want to go to a facility where you know what I mean? Like where I'm aware that this is happening to me. If I'm unaware, I don't want that happening to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I believe it, but I think he, I applaud him for feeling comfortable, enough to come out and say that. Because like I said, everybody really been quiet this entire time about this entire case. People have had dialogues and conversations surrounding, Cassie and whatnot, and then had to ultimately retract a lot of the stuff they said once that video came out. But that's all you really heard. Nobody else has said anything. Yeah, you had celebrities following him on Instagram, but then removing him from pictures and stuff, but that really don't do nothing.
I mean, they removed him from Instagram, whatever. It's like his page still has 19.6 million followers. I mean, how many? I mean, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying, but how many of them are bots?
I can tell you, I have 436 mutual people that follow him. I don't follow him.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Somebody can comment first, huh?
You included.
I'm following Diddy.
I'm just fucking with you.
I was like, what? I was like, I was like, look, I was finna immediately do it right now and put it on the screen and let people see it if I was on accident.
Nah, it's not you. Yeah, I know you hated him from the 90s.
Yep.
And probably likely because of how the algorithm is set up too. I mean, they ain't posted nothing on that page since like last year.
Mm-hmm. They got a new one. They put one up 21 weeks ago. When did he go into jail?
Yeah, it's that. Well, no, it's from his Diddy page.
Yeah, I'm on the Love Diddy page. The last one was put up 21 weeks ago. So is that when he got locked up?
I'm seeing November 6, 2024.
So the September 2nd is 21 weeks. 21 weeks from now.
No, this is his official page. This it's only like 6 posts because 8 posts because you remember his family was gonna run it.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's the one I'm seeing. I'm looking at that Biggie one. Happy birthday, Pops.
Oh, see, mine it say the actual date that it was posted.
Oh, it just gives me the weeks. Like how
that's
many weeks?
Weird.
So I guess that's November 11th is when
it say November 6, 2024.
And when you get locked up?
Does really say that? Maybe that's an Android thing. And that is not shade. I just
no. It's not an Android thing. I'm online.
Oh, you're on the computer. Okay, okay. I'm looking at my phone.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Say this day, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm on the browser looking at it. Yeah, this is wild work so he was locked up. He been locked up since then, right?
He was locked up before then.
Yeah.
So
go to jail. He's arrested September 16th. So somebody else had to post that form then. Okay.
Yeah, it was saying that his family was gonna run it. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Diddy, man. Hey, man. But Terrence Howard, I totally believe you, though, man. Like, I can see Terrence Howard, because, he's been trying to do his music thing for a long time. Like, think like, oh, shit, I'm finna get a Bad Boy beat. Or he finna try, maybe he gonna sign me to Bad Boy.
Maybe I'll be the next Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, and I can do
he talk like that.
He think he could do that shit like Jamie. You know he do.
You gonna get out there and do a little two-step like they in The Best Man Holiday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Like, man.
Parents, come on, man. No, man.
We out here. We getting it.
Take that, man. Bad boy, man. We signing, baby. Move out the way, Marlon or Winans.
I'm about to be the real life Lucius.
Yes, exactly.
I'm on my way.
All right, I got a special one for you. Hold on. Guess who's
back?
Respect to the law. Respect to the law. Respect to the law.
No, what did I teach you? Respect to the
blood clot law.
Respect to the blood clot. I just found out that she's
Jamaican. Her country not far from yours.
Wait, how far is it from Pakistan?
Pakistani is like 14 hours. It's kind of far.
From Jamaica? Girl, that's far.
I know, but I'm just saying we all from the same countries anyway, so.
I'm with the Pakistani queen.
Yes, the Pakistani.
Respect to the what?
Respect to the law.
Respect to the what?
Respect to the what?
You said what? What'd you say, Don?
Man, her ass. Look. Her ass. Look, you ain't got to play no more. I saw her posted up in this outfit. Like, it was like
on the block. And she's talking about, I got on Gucci here, this Gucci there.
And she had Chanel boots on, and her camera hanging out. I'm like, girl, your cootie cat is showing. Put it up.
This is Onijah Robinson, the young lady that went to Pakistan and decided that she was going to stay there until the man that she catfished, little young brother she catfished, would marry her.
Child.
But yeah, so it's even deeper. So like his family didn't even have money for real or nothing.
It makes sense.
Yeah, like he was just on the net talk. He catfished her too. He
always talking that good game. Look.
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, hello.
I'm good.
Oh, snap.
My name is Onijah. I'm from the Bronx.
Cool, the BX is in the house. Stop playing.
Like she look crazy as hell.
Yeah, we see your fit. Describe it today.
Well, my fit right now, I'm wearing Fenty from Rihanna. Chanel boots.
Damn.
You know, that's how I get down light work.
Onijah, we love you, girl. That's Stephon the Don, the rapper Stephon the Don with her in the other video. That's Stephon the Don.
I'm not mad at her for living her life. I know she is not all the way there, But baby, she's living her life like she is gold, like it's golden, and she is fearless. And I love that. I really, really enjoyed that. You know, in this world of chaos and turmoil, and we don't know what's gonna happen, if we even gonna be a country, because this seems like he's trying to get us blown off the map. So I'm just saying, have fun, and if you have something that brings you joy, do it. And I'm glad to see her actually happy and thriving. She's getting her life, and I can't wait till A24 makes a movie about it.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming.
Yeah, it's coming, and it's gonna be a comedy. It'll be probably a dark comedy, but it'll be a comedy.
Ooh, kind of like Baby Reindeer type thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm cool with that. Like, shit. Like, everybody out here, listen. I just posted something about be delusional. Like, be delusional, because none of the people that are really thriving out here.
Look, man, and that's something I'm trying to get better with, is being delusional myself.
Listen, I know, because we Black, reality hits different. And when I sent the post to my friend, she was like, "Yeah, it's all fun and being delusional," until reality sat in.
That's
I said,
true. Don't crash out though now either. I ain't saying crash out.
I was like, don't let it set in. I was like, because the delusional people don't realize what the reality of the situation is. So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like, this is crazy. This is just crazy. Like, her poom out with her. Oh, and actually, she don't have on Chanel. She said she has Chanel boots on, but they Dior. This is crazy. Like, she's living her best life.
Yeah, I'm glad that she's back over here, though. I didn't want nothing to happen to her overseas.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
She can do all the crazy shit she want to do now to me. Like, do whatever. As long as you ain't hurting nobody. If you ain't hurting nobody, do your thing.
Yeah, I listen. Life is short. Have fun. That's all I got for y'all. That's my words of the day. And whoever stole my package, bring it back.
You got the package stole?
Yeah, 30 minutes, D. 30 minutes. I went to take the dog for a walk. I saw it. I saw the package. It was at the mailbox. Why they didn't put it inside my mailbox, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that I came back from walking the dog, took a quick break, came back downstairs because I was like, oh, shoot, my Amazon package here. So I opened the door, grabbed the Amazon package. I was like, let me get the other package. Gone.
Damn.
I'm like,
hey, they be on it.
They be on it. It's not yours. And it's not yours. And luckily, they were able to ship me another one. But I'm about to put a note on my mailbox. If the package can fit in my mailbox, please, couriers, put it in my mailbox. If it cannot fit, please put it in front of my door. Thanks. I'm sick of it because the package that's supposed to arrive to me. Listen, this was like one that got returned, so it ain't no replacement. I need my fur coat. That's all.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody there with that. So explain to me what's going on with Houston's, man, with this situation with Houston's.
Oh, okay. So this is a lighthearted one. It's not lighthearted, but it always spawns when we see these things happen, conversations surrounding tipping culture.
Mm-hmm.
And so a Houston's restaurant general manager in Atlanta told a Black woman not to return if she cannot meet the recommended tip amount. And the young lady, her bill was $57. She tipped $7, bringing her total to $64.72. So ultimately, after enjoying a meal, the woman was confronted by the general manager, Kaylin Anstead, about their tip. The receipt dated, which is just the amount that I was just telling you guys about.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that's about a 12% tip below the restaurant suggested 18, 20, or 22%. The customer, who asked to stay anonymous, said the manager approached them as they were leaving, pointing out the tipping standards. I asked if it was mandatory. They shared. She said it was just a suggestion, but if we don't follow it, we couldn't come back. The customer said who she was served by Brianna at 12:49 p.m. felt that this was unfair. Tipping isn't mandatory, so it shouldn't be based. So it should be based on the service we received, which is what I did. So Brianna did not give 18 to 22% service. But the manager doubled down and said that if you cannot provide the customary gratuity, don't return. The customer suggested Houston should be more transparent, either post a sign saying tips are mandatory or add it to the bill. It's unclear if this is an official policy or just the manager's call. The incident raises big questions about tipping in the U.S., where 15 to 20% is the norm for a good service standards, or should it always be the customer's choice? Some argue no for a tipping model with service fees built into prices. The others say transparency is key. The customer felt pressured. If they are going to enforce a specific tip, they should be upfront about it. So we live in a weird environment, and I don't know. I would assume many of our customers, our listeners, have traveled internationally, and globally, I'm not going to say everywhere, but I know for the most parts, the places that I've traveled, there is no tipping culture. It is what you pay, and that's it. That's
a U.S. thing.
Yeah, and also they get paid a living wage.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas you paying $250 an hour, which is crazy to me, $250 or $550 an hour, depending on the company, and so you are living off of tips. Like, what if it's a slow day and only 20 people come in, and it was like 10 of y'all on staff, and the expectation is you are splitting tips.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. And so for me, I'm like, oh girl, if this is the standard and this is what you want, you need to give me that type of service. And a lot of places don't give you that service, and we are still very polite and we tip you.
Yeah, people think that the tip, like that, you just get a certain amount of tip off the rip, even if you don't
off the rip. It would give me A+ service. You want an A+ tip? Give me A+ service.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you don't know that person's situation. And I've seen dialogue. Well, if you can't tip, then you don't need to be going out to eat.
You don't want to say that either, because then if people are like, all right, that's cool, I'm gonna stay home, and you may be without a job.
Right. So I'm like, you just have to be mindful of those things, and that might be something that's a treat to somebody. They could have had a bad day, and now you turning around and you harassing somebody about a couple extra dollars when y'all should be paying y'all workers a living wage.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like it's then that like you said, that person had been bad day. Like it could be like that might have been their last dollar.
Yeah,
to get that meal.
You know what?
Even a little bit I tip was my last amount that I had.
Yep.
They didn't have to tip you at all because they could have been broke and not tipped you at all. And Houston's not like super fine dining either now, folks. Come on, man. They're what, adjacent to TGI Fridays, basically, right?
Houston's, it's like a step above. Yeah.
Okay, but we ain't talking about Mastros.
We ain't talking Mastros.
Or Jimmy Chow's or nothing like that, or Flannery's here.
Yeah.
Morton's.
There's a Houston's out here that I went to once, and I was like, this is okay.
Was it more Outback? It's more Outback Steakhouse level.
No, I would say
is it more Bennigan's, like Bennigan's back in the day when it was open. Bennigan's. You ever go to Bennigan's?
I never been to Bennigan's. I'm trying to think, because this is a shade, like chain restaurants aren't bad, but it's a chain.
Yeah, but
Chris is a chain,
but
I'm trying to think of who this. I feel like that company, that hospitality company, is owned. Okay, it's owned by somebody that
I think it's the dude that owns that owns all the
because it's saying
Jordan
that
stuff,
like
right?
yeah, it's like the bill, like you could pay anywhere from $50 to $100.
Oh wow. The owner of hold on. Is it? I'm trying to see who owns it.
Hillstone Restaurant Group. They own Houston's, Gulfstream. I'm trying to see what else is on here. South Beverly Grill.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Oh, it was just low-key fire.
Okay, so these
have those streams there, or what?
They're basically I'm looking at their website, mid-tier restaurants.
Yeah, so it's like that's what I was like. So it's like mid-tier. But I just think it's wild that like, but that's what businesses do all the time. So just what we're seeing, this is a prime example of what will happen with the tariffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than pay your people a living, wage, and even a lot of these companies, the workers are gonna suffer, and then y'all put all of that cost back on customers. So that's what happened. The CEOs and all that stuff, they still gonna eat. Life is still gonna be gravy. They might not get $1 million bonus that year, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean that. So this is all that. So it's not that many Houstons actually. I'm looking at their.
They was like in Kansas City.
Okay. Because there's nothing here in the middle. Maybe they might have run out of them. I mean, not run out of them. Close to those locations. Because the closest one to here, shoot, it looks like it's Georgia.
Is it not in Kansas City anymore? Okay.
Or Texas, Georgia or Texas. I mean, Georgia's actually closer, but yeah.
Probably when that recession hit, not the recession, like COVID and all, so like a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, they might have closed a lot. They might have closed a lot of them low key. Like, yeah. Actually, let me see anybody that thing. Oh, some of them changed their name. The Houston locations in 2009. Several Houston locations around the U.S. have changed their names to Hillstone. But,
okay.
It's 44 restaurants, 15 different names. Is the company group. But then my website it didn't look like it was 44. 44.
And I'm looking at this. This is not 44 restaurant. Hillstone Restaurant Group owns Hillstone, Houston, Cherry Creek Grill, Corona Del Mar, East Hampton Grill, Gulfstream, Hillstone at Ball Harbor, Honor Bar, Fire, Los Altos Grill, Palm Beach Grill, R&D Kitchen, Rutherford Grill, South Beverly Grill, White House Tavern, and Woodmont Grill. That's not 44.
Yeah, no, it might be 44. I'm counting them up on their website. It might be 44. California alone's got like 15.
15 Houston's?
No. 15 of their Hillstone restaurant group restaurants. They're saying it's 44 of their company's restaurants, that the Hillstone group that owns Houston's.
I'm looking, and this is not 44
on their website. Yeah, it is. I just counted it. Rough counted it. Like California alone's got 1, 2, 3, 6.
And maybe they have things. Okay, so look at it from the perspective of I partner with somebody to open a restaurant.
Oh,
but the main houses, like the main like restaurants that they have, it is no, all of these are variations because like even on their website, it's not a lot, you know. But I'm under, I don't know what website you're under, but I'm
on
on
Hillstone.com.
Same, but for California, I'm only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So
14, that's a nice amount.
Yeah, but they all are variations. They're all those restaurants that reflected what I saw, which wasn't really that many. It was like maybe 15.
Mm-hmm.
But also probably in total, if they have an extension of that, it is likely I'm Beyonce. I want to open a restaurant. I'm a partner with Hillstone Group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to, you know, I'm gonna throw my name on it. We're gonna run it
for a period of time, and then after our contract expire or something happen, y'all can either keep it or close it or change the name. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Dom, where can people hit you up at?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, the YouTube, the TikTok, the what else is there? The Facebook, all of that, St. Angeles. The Facebook. You remember when it was called the Facebook? It was thefacebook.com, and you had to have your college email.
Yeah, I didn't have one, man. I was one of the first sets of people that got in. If you had to get invited by someone that was already on there, I was in that second wave because I didn't have no college email no more.
Oh, okay.
And I canceled my college because you could pay like $50 to keep your old email from college or whatever. And it was like it would have been my same email from college, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And I never. And then Facebook came out. I was like, damn, I should have did that. And there was a whole bunch of stuff in there I lost. There was like a whole bunch of papers I saved in there I lost and stuff. I should have kept it, but that's neither here nor there.
That sucks that they made y'all pay for that.
Mm-hmm. To keep our college email after you graduate.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember. So mine was dlovins30 at auden.webster.com, and then I guess they switched where it was or how it was set up. So then it was like at webster.edu. But I think that was more toward, or maybe that was even after college. But I haven't even tried to log in. I was
gonna say, have you logged in?
No.
You probably got somebody in there. Damn, I've been trying to reach out to you. The only place I knew was here.
Well, by now, I mean, updating your email address on Facebook, I updated that to my personal email.
Right,
so,
but I'm talking about somebody from college.
Well, if you ain't my Facebook friend, then you don't need to talk to me.
That's a good point.
Free yourself, like Fantasia said. Okay.
All right, thank y'all as always. We'll be back. Peace.